All right. Guy just told me it's the 50th anniversary of Jaws.
Right.
Well,
I remember watching it at the old Newport Theater on the south side of Youngstown. It was the summer of 1975, 50 years ago. Why, my, how time flies. I had just gotten my driver's license, and so I piled a bunch of friends in the car and we went to go see Jaws.
there's a guy, and again, let me preface this: I'm not related to him. There's an
Yeah,
endurance
he's a guy
athlete.
named Pugh, right?
Yes, Lewis Pugh. So what he did was he wanted to raise awareness of the plight of sharks. And he said, "Hey, the 50th anniversary of Jaws is approaching. They're unfairly portrayed as villains and cold-blooded killers in the iconic film." So he went to where Jaws was filmed, and he swam around 62 miles.
In third, it was like 47-degree water temperature.
Yeah,
Boy, that
all
had to be chilly.
all in one day.
Talk about goosebumps. Right, all in one day. Talk about training for a triathlon.
How do you do 62 miles in a day?
Uh, yeah, I mean, in triathlons, you don't swim that far. I think you swim 5 miles out of the triathlon.
Yeah, did he really swim 62 miles?
Yeah,
We'll live
in
out.
47-degree temperature. I
Yeah,
guess you had to keep moving to stay warm.
let's give him credit for maybe 10, but 62, I don't
Right.
know. If he did, good for him. But um,
No sharks got him though.
yeah, well, and look, he's
And
doing it.
that is true. Generations of people, are fearful of sharks. I know whenever I'm at the beach and a shark is kind of spotted, people kind of panic and get the heck out of the water, and it's all because of those scary scenes from the original Jaws.
Well, in I guess CBS News, according to the story I sent you, Spielberg and author Peter Benchley of the story, they later expressed regret. They felt that what they did was kind of unfair to the sharks,
Right.
but I,
And it kind of unfair to those Cape Cod towns that kind of rely on their summer business of beach combing and swimming off the on onto the cape, off the cape there, and that's where Jaws was a fictional Cape Cod town, was the setting of where the shark made his attacks.
I would say good for him, but it's kind of a lot to do to raise awareness for sharks. Couldn't he have made a speech or like I don't know, did a good YouTube video or
And the thing
something?
was that they spent thousands of dollars on this mechanical shark. And the way it turned out, I heard that Spielberg could only get a couple usable shots. And so there was just seconds of the shark being seen in that film.
Okay.
And it was just the music and shadows and just, the drama building that really heightened the terror, because
Yeah,
the shark, the mechanical shark, was only on screen a few seconds.
and I guess we all have our way of I don't know raising. I don't know. It seems like a lot to do to raise awareness. I mean, good for him. I mean, I'd rather just do a podcast or write a compelling letter together or something. But man, to swim 62 miles, and thank goodness this guy's okay. Could you imagine how
Right.
ironic it would be if he
Right. If he
swam to raise
died of
awareness for sharks?
exposure because of the cold and just the dropping, the sheer fatigue of swimming that long.
How awful would it have been if he got ate by a shark? Like he's
Right.
trying to raise awareness, and
Right.
the story ends up, he went
So
belly
there
up.
was
He
there
got
was
ate.
no sharks in the Cape Cod area if he had to go 62 miles, and he came out unscathed.
Well, they said they had people in like a gate to help protect him. So there may have been sharks in the area, but he had protection, I guess. So
Right.
it would have been hard for him to be eaten. But PR wise, that'd be terrible, man. Could you imagine
Right. It
that?
would have been. Right.
So yeah, what's something you think about the story? How far would you go for something you feel strongly about? I mean, good for him. I don't know if I would swim 62 miles to raise awareness, but hey, if you're willing to do that, good for you, I guess. So, how far would you go? Let us know in the comments. Give us a like and subscribe, and thank you again for all of your support. Have a great day.
Bye now.